All right, Shalom. First off, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rachakudash. Double honors to our apostles and elders up in Great Millstone who've ruled well and taught us the truth. And a sincere peace and salutations to all our Akim pushing his word and truth and in all sincerity. It's the brother Ganan from DC Church coming back at you with a quick video. And it's going to be quick. I was watching brother Mayaka Allah over in the LA church. One of the head bros out there, and he was pretty much harping on Apostle Gabar's one of his latest videos, going into conduct. And I'm just going to harp on, a few things that brothers already know, and just land backing off of those two videos, because that's as Apostle Gabar said, he believed that's more important than knowing these breakdowns or memorizing the breakdowns and memorizing precepts and things like that. And don't get me wrong, that's admirable. It's something to be admired, if you can do those things and be well at that. Some precepts stick with me, but I wouldn't classify myself as a Mr. Precept guy, as I would classify other brothers. And certain brothers that just have that memory that can remember how, certain breakdowns. But the most important thing that make you a great man, that make you a brother, is your conduct and how you are, and being cognizant, or how, Salaki, or being aware of how you are in your conduct. And this is, I was going to go to Corinthians first, but I'm going to jump in Ephesians. This is Ephesians 4:20. It says, "But ye have not so learned Hamashiach, if so that ye be taught." It says, "If so be that ye have heard of him, and have been taught by him, as the truth is in Yahweh Shah, that ye put off concerning the former conversation the old man, which is corrupt according to deceitful lust." And when you go into that word conversation, it pretty much means conduct. Your conduct, your way of living, your behavior, that the type of brother you are. We put off that old conversation, that old conduct, that old way of living, which is corrupt according to deceitful lust. And continuing on, verse 23, it says, "And be renewed in the spirit of your mind, and that ye put on a new man, which after the Most High is created in righteousness and true holiness." And that's how you really can see who has the Chakudash on them. Who can you clearly see that the Most High is dealing with is based off of their conduct, man. The type of brother that you are. This is 1 Corinthians 13:11. It says, "When I was a child, I spake as a child, I understood as a child, and I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things." And that's when you have reached a certain level in this truth. When you feel yourself in terms of behavior transitioning from that old man, that nigga spirit, to being a man of the Lord, and being able to apply wisdom, when you are in certain situations, and also just your conduct amongst brothers, when you're not even thinking about it, man. When you making sure that you're there for brothers, when you making sure that you're attending to the flock, or you're just being a brother, period, man. The brother is in need. The brother reached out to you. That becomes y'all's situation, because we're a body, man. And that's the importance about conduct, man. Let me go to Matthews. And there was something the brother Mayaka Allah said in his video that I wanted to touch on too. It's going to come back to me, Lord's will. Where am I going? Yeah. And this parable is going into conduct as well, and why it's important to be aware of your conduct. That's why the scriptures talk about examining yourself, whether you be in the faith, because if you, we all been taught of Yahweh Shai. We all have been introduced to Yahweh Shai, man, one way or another. So our conduct is pretty much what's going to separate the righteous from the wicked, man. Not if you can remember how to break down Daniel 7, not if you can pinpoint whatever precept the brother's bringing up. That's not what's going to get you onto the chariots, man. Because it ain't nothing different from those jakes back in the day that had the means to pay for their sins, so to speak, so they kept sinning. It's about how you are in your heart, man. The sincerity. That's why in our salute, we say in peace and salutations to all the Akim that's sincere, man. That's pushing his work in truth and in his sincerity, man. It's about how you feel in your heart, man. Because Romans 12:1, giving your body as a living sacrifice, ain't going to be something you could just force yourself into doing. You're going to have to be compelled. You're going to have to be moved in your spirit to go hard for Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. All right? That's something that got to be in you. Which all going to tie into your conduct. But this Matthew 25:31, it says, when the Son of Man shall come in his glory, and the holy angels with him, then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory. And before him shall be gathered together all nations, and he shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd divideth his sheep from his goats. It says, and he shall set, Salah. It says, and he shall set the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on his left. Then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, come ye blessed of my Father, and inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundations of the world. For when I was in hunger, ye gave me meat. I was thirsty, and ye gave me drink. I was a stranger, and ye took me in. Naked, and ye clothed me. I was sick, and ye visited me. I was in prison, and ye came unto me. Then shall the righteous answer him, saying, Lord, when saw we thee hunger and fed thee, or thirsty and gave thee drink? When saw we thee a stranger and took thee in, or naked and clothed thee? Or when saw we thee sick or in prison and came unto thee? And the king shall answer and say unto them, verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these brethren, ye have done it unto me. And that situation comes up a lot in ways that brothers don't even recognize. If it's something simple to it, as though, hey bro, I need a few shekels for gas or food or whatever the case may be, or I'm uptight until I get paid in the next couple of days, or whatever the case may be, and it's just second nature to take care of them. That's what you're doing unto the Lord. You're doing this for the Lord. Why? Because we let me go to the scripture real quick. This is John 15:15. It says, henceforth I call you not servants, for the servant knoweth not what his Lord doeth, but I call you friends, for all the things that I heard unto my Father I have made known unto you. We are friends of the Lord. You see? So that's really the true definition of gentleman. Being a gentleman is being gentle to the men around you, your brothers, man. Being that brotherly brother that's going to take care of each other, man. Because if your conduct is all fucked up, all the precepts and whatever you remember doesn't mean anything, man. And that's what you see with all these other camps going on right now. They're highly disrespectful. They're extremely disrespectful, man. No matter what, how you feel, whatever the case may be, You know the apostles and elders up in Great Millstone been pushing this work and at the least sincerity, man. And we know it to be true that is with diligence as well, man. No one goes into the words and look things up and research and be more studious than those men. You know, with the 4 apostles and the head elders, you know, and for you got these young these young men, you know, so-called high priest men disrespecting them. They are showing that their conduct is off, man. So it's extremely important to be cognizant and aware of yourself, man, how you conduct and how you operate and the things that you say, man. Even when you're getting a direct order and it can seem as stupid or minute or whatever the case may be, you got to check yourself and pay attention to your conduct as to how you respond to things, even if you initially don't like it. You have to recognize when a demon is taking over your body and fucking with you, man. You know, and that comes with growth. All right. So I'm going to finish here. And these are all well-known precepts that just needs to be reiterated to Akim, you know. And this is pretty much me cussing myself out. So it's best to cuss out, you know, cuss yourself out in public, so to speak, you know. This is Proverbs 25 and 28. It says, he that have no rule over his own spirit is like a city that is broken down and without walls. You know, if you can't control your conduct, control your self-control, how you are in this truth, you're not going to be able to obtain salvation, man, because you don't have no protection amongst yourself. Any spirit out there can come in and infiltrate you, just like it say in Ephesians, man. You know, this is not a flesh and blood. This is not about the strongest man pushing cars up the hill. It's not what this is about, man. This is a spiritual fight, and you have to be prepared. And the number one thing you need to do to prepare yourself is to prepare yourself. You know, don't be too, we have, a lot of us have roles, you know, as officers or whatever the case may be in the churches, but never look past yourself, man. See what's going on with yourself. And as you policing yourself, it will make it easier for you to watch over brethren. All right. So watch your conduct, man. And watch that video with, what's this GMS Inspirational and Motivation, you know, and then watch Apostle Gabar video, man, about conduct. Read the books of Sirach, Wisdom of Solomon, Proverbs, you know. Those is how you're supposed to conduct, man. Those are the books that is teaching you. Those are the books of wisdom, you know. And you got to come unto wisdom as if you're plowing, man. You got to think of husbandry and the patience that you have to in order to obtain this wisdom. Because guess what? Wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of our time, man. And the strength of our salvation, man. All right? So remember these things, man. Conduct is extremely important. All right? So with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Hakudash, double honors to our apostles and elders up in Great Millstone who ruled well and taught us this truth. And a sincere peace and salutations to all the Akim that's fighting and pushing his word and truth and in all sincerity. Hey, shalom.